This seminar also helps the judges in understanding the scientific aspects, and that would enable them in proper appreciation of evidence. Perhaps all of you have heard of Priyadarshini Mattu's case. Priyadarshini Mattu case, in the trial court, she was acquitted. The acquittal was not because the DNA fingerprinting evidence was defective, but the acquittal was because there was no chain of custody established. The chain of custody here, that was the responsibility of the investigating officers, to see that right from the place where the sample is collected till it is delivered to the authorities, to the scientific lab, there is that appropriate chain of custody maintained and proved before the court of law. Of course, in the appellate court that was possible, and the acquittal was, it ended up in conviction. That's just one specific instance that I'm referring to. On the whole, I would say these kinds of seminars would definitely help all these three missionaries, the police officers, the prosecuting officers, then the judiciary in effectively playing their own individual roles. Right from morning, we had different issues being debated, discussed, and
good evening, everybody. Dignitaries, honored of the dais, and distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It has ever been a pleasant agony to me to preside over a valedictory for the difficulty of holding the concern and attention of the audience. Of course, there was one very amusing incident where I found it most relaxing. I was addressing a legal awareness camp in a college where after 5:30, the students got restless. So how could I do? I simply called the house to order and said, the classes are out, you can go. That was the happy ending I gave. So then, about today's seminar, you have had a succinct report by way of summary on the outcome of the seminar in relation to its theme by learned Dr. T. Ramakrishna, who just delivered the valedictory address. And I was also very happy to hear from two of the delegates, Mr. Satare and Mr. Dennis, the highlights of how they felt about this seminar, and I was really pleased about it, for the reason that the taste of the pudding is always in the eating. Now, Madam Principal here, in the scheme of our association, all academic aspects are taken by the participant college, and the KILPAR only oversees and organizes it. Here in today's seminar, I see a very rare combination of science, technology, and law. Hats off to the ingenuity of the Madam Principal. She has selected a wonderful theme, bringing so many factors of justice administration together on a common platform here. And the deliberations that went on. Madam's last paper on rebuilding, thoughts at rebuilding, pardon me? Yeah, agenda for future forestic science for the future generation. In fact, she even welcomed the engineering part of it also into these deliberations, when she mentioned about eliminating the criminality in the child in its prenatal womb. May sound over-ambitious, may sound utopian, But it's an aspect of social engineering that one has to bear in mind. It is laudable in this sense that a proper foundation can be laid for a righteous, a good society when we reform the child from its home. And I think when we think of customizing children, to use a computer language, it may look a little odd and utopian. But are we not familiar to our traditions where children in the home were taught Ramayana and Mahabharata, the great epics, when they were in the home? The idea was to see that the criminality or the evil nature of humanity was eliminated there. So, by way of a revolutionary thought, it has come from Madam Principal, from this platform. Really, a worthy suggestion to be contemplated and gone through. Now, since morning we had a wonderful exposition, both of theory and practice, on each specialized branch of knowledge, each branch claiming to find a unique identification by itself of the accused. If we interpret it in terms, it means that each one of these branches is challenging that it can take upon this problem, it can take upon solving this problem individually. That's a welcome thing. And these modern tools, fingerprint and handwriting and fingerprint, could be a little traditional, but brain mapping, narcoanalysis, and DNA, they are very recent discoveries that are being put to use in evidence since recently. And when Dr. Bastia was trying to mention that the medical evidence is, or rather going by medical evidence is like skating on thin ice, in the context that the medical field in the course of investigation was finding itself among all things that were variable. He was appropriately cautioned not to be negative about it. But the positive side of it is this, that he was appreciating the delicacy of things when we were taking to medical evidence, digital evidence from the medical field, right? To find an absolute solution from among variables is indeed a challenging thing. And the whole of algebra, as you know, is a mathematics of variables. From one or two known things, you are going to find the value of the other variables, sort of this. The deliberations really were interesting and they were really thought-provoking. So, questions were raised about the authority and acceptability of whatever is the outcome of this development of forensic science. And Dr. Mohan indeed gave a very good sum up of the professional deliverance that came here in the third or fourth session. What is apparent is that there is a hesitation at all corners, maybe in the investigation, maybe in prosecuting, or maybe even in dispensing justice. We can't escape that feeling that there is some hesitation, advertent hesitation in applying these methods. And we were taken through a plethora of decisions where courts of law held that they were authoritative, they were reliable, and they were legal evidence. In spite of it, there is hesitation. Why? For one thing, the knowledge is relatively newer. So that nascency is bringing in an element of hesitation. That's how I understand. And the second reason is the fragile rules for their adoption into the system. There are no definite rules. Whatever is coming by way of law is coming by own peculiar to the case that is decided, and they cannot afford general rules of conduct or general rules of evidence. Maybe these things. Mother comes from Britain and she sees a stab wound on the body of the daughter. She raises a suspicion. The forensic expert who had given the post-mortem as a case of drowning, as a case of death by drowning, he makes a supplement, he makes a codicil that I had orally informed the police about the presence of the stab wound. And the story afterwards, you know, the Ministry of Law takes action against that forensic scientist and he is dismissed from service. The CBI enters. The CBI says there is something smoky here. It needs mode of investigation. Police say, yes, we are at the investigating end. And even they say, the investigation as far as we are concerned, it is complete. But still, there is hesitation to bring the clinching evidence on record. The Viscera report is not yet disclosed, even after 2 years. And even when the matter of Burdow's killing in a like manner propped up, it was the same story again. So is it a hesitation that is conscious or deliberate? We have got to probe into ourselves and see how we are contributing towards development of our own system here. Such and similar thoughts at building confidence and improvising the law should come out from platforms like this. And the delegate lot here, you are the centers of force. It is not that from this one platform or from one seminar like this, we can cover the entire arena of law and legal administration. Such forums should multiply. And who will do it? You need not wait upon Kilpar or Sakri Law College to associate and do it. You are yourself centers of power. You take the message down. You can organize platforms. You can deliver lectures here and there. Bring about awareness. Induce higher learning. That is something which rests upon you to take up after you go out of this seminar hall. So each one of the delegates who have reaped the benefit of this will take the message down to the others and to the common strata of people to let more thinking come in, let there be more light, let us receive light from all sides and try to make our society safer and healthier. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presidential remarks. Now, last part or stage of the function, that is vote of thanks. I take this privilege of thanking everyone who has been directly or indirectly involved in this one-day national seminar organized by JSS Sakri Law College, Hubli, jointly with Kilpar and Alumni Association of the college. I express my deep gratitude on behalf of Sakri Law College to Sri G. Dakshinamurthy, Director, Kilpar, who is the president of this valedictory function, for extending his wholehearted cooperation in making the seminar grand success. He is the person who has been instrumental in bringing into light on legal issues and providing a common platform to resource persons from different areas, fields, for having fruitful discussion and emerging out with a meaningful suggestions and guidelines which may help in making effective laws and in administration of justice. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I also extend my thanks to Dr. T. Ramakrishna, who, in spite of being busy, who is one of the resource person and also guest of valedictory function. Thank you, sir. My thanks to Dr. V.M. Tonopi, who is the principal of our college, who is motivating force in organizing this seminar. Thank you, ma'am. Without mentioning anybody's name, my special thanks to all resource persons, chairpersons, delegate participants, invitees who have come from various faculties and from different places, but for whose presence the seminar would not have been a grand success. Our special thanks to Dr. Prabhakar, principal of STM Medical College, and Dr. Bhaskar Rao, principal of STM Dental College, and their staff who have provided this wonderful auditorium with all accessories for conducting seminars. I also extend my thanks to management of JSS and STM for their valuable cooperations. I also extend thanks to Sri Basavaraj Registrar Kilpar for his cooperation. I also extend thanks to all judicial and police department, press, both print and electronic media. I thank one and all for making this seminar grand success. Thank you, sir. There is announcement outside high tea.